Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and on this channel I love making fun lunches of all kinds. Recently I've been getting so many requests from my subscribers to make a lunch themed after a certain Netflix series that you've probably heard about before. So can I finally make a Stranger Things themed lunch? Why, yes!
Yes, I can. The time is now.
Welcome to Bunches of Lunches, Stranger Things edition. And you guys, if you love fun lunches as well, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up if you're a fan of Stranger Things too. First up is a lunch for my oldest daughter, Mackenzie, and for this lunch, you know I have to include some kind of Eggo waffles. Eggo waffles appear a lot in the Stranger Things series, especially in season 1, and that's because they are the main character Elle's favorite food. Now, just like me, my daughter Mackenzie is a huge fan of Stranger Things, and she's actually seen every single episode just like I have. So for her lunch, I've toasted up 2 Eggos, and to go along with them, I'm also going to give her a little bit of Mrs. Butterworth's syrup. To make these waffles look even more like Stranger Things, I'm going to use a bit of icing and mini M&Ms, and I'm going to create a couple of Christmas light strands right on top of the waffle, similar to the ones used in the series to communicate. Next, for Mackenzie's fruit, I'm going to slice up some strawberries. And you guys, have you ever noticed that if you arrange strawberries like this, that they kind of resemble a Demogorgon? I'm gonna go ahead and add a few of these strawberries to the lunchbox, but I wanna save enough room in here for something to come later. Now for Mackenzie's veggie, I'm adding our traditional carrot stuffed cucumbers, but this time I've punched out the number 11 in the center. And then on the side, I'm also going to throw in even more cucumber sticks because they're Mackenzie's favorite. For a little bit of a crunchy snack, I was able to find these Stranger Things Doritos at Walmart, and I'm going to pack these into these little test tube themed snack containers. And that brings me to the sweet treat. I'm going to include some chocolate pudding, a snack pack to be exact. Now, just like in the Stranger Things series, they also eat chocolate snack packs, but since Stranger Things is set in the 1980s, at that time, these chocolate pudding snacks actually looked like this and came in a can. Personally, as somebody who was growing up in the 80s, the whole aesthetic of Stranger Things, it reminds me of my childhood for sure. So now I've just buried these strawberries in the upside down, and then I'm going to top it with a few extra pieces of strawberry in the shape of a Demogorgon. And then you guys, last but not least, for Mackenzie's drink, I'm going to throw in a mini can of Coke. And Coke is pretty much the only drink I remember seeing in this entire series. Okay guys, next up is a lunch for my daughter Lily, who, by the way, has heard a lot about Stranger Things, but she hasn't actually watched any of the episodes. She's kind of a scaredy cat, so it's not her vibe. And that brings me to the question of the day. How many of you guys know about Stranger Things, but haven't actually seen any of them before? So for Lily's lunch, I decided to go with a Scoops Ahoy theme. My favorite character in this series is definitely Steve, aka the babysitter. And I'm also a huge fan of the uniforms at this ice cream shop. They are really cute. I'm gonna start by making Lily a little tea sandwich, and I'm actually gonna cut it into the shape of an ice cream cone. And yes, I am using one slice of regular bread and one slice of the heel, and that's just to make the ice cream cone look more like a cone. Next, for the filling of this tea sandwich, I'm going to add a layer of cream cheese. That's gonna go on both pieces. And then I'm also adding a layer of thinly sliced cucumbers. This is such a delicious combination, and Miss Lily is not a huge fan of lunch meat, so I know she's gonna love this. Next, you guys know what I'm gonna do with the cheese. I'm gonna make it look like ice cream. I'm just gonna add this directly to the top of the sandwich, and I'm using just a bit of cream cheese as the glue. Going to add some red bell pepper to look like the cherry, and just to make it look cute, a few red, white, and blue sprinkles. You guys, this came out so cute. I love this sandwich. Next, for Lily's fruit, I'm going to add some blueberries, and I also have a couple of these cute little anchor food picks. I'm gonna add those in as well. And I really am trying to keep with a red, white, and blue theme for this lunch overall because it matches with the Scoops Ahoy aesthetic. Next, I'm going to add some coconut yogurt, which is one of Lily's favorite flavors. And then to decorate the top, I'm just going to add a little red anchor that I cut out of an apple. For Lily's veggie, I'm going to slice up more cucumbers. And once I have those in here, I'm going to get out some of my letter cutters to cut up a few more pieces of red bell pepper. That way I can spell out the word ahoy. For Lily's crunchy snack, I'm going to throw in some pirate booty. And for her sweet treat, I think some of these Chips Ahoy cookies go perfectly with this theme. And now last but not least, I'm going to pack Lily a healthy soda. Now I love this one because it has an anchor on it and it's in the flavor strawberry vanilla, which also reminds me of ice cream. Okay guys, now moving on to my son Jackson. Now he has just started getting into Stranger Things and I think he's made it through the first season so far. For this lunch, I definitely want to include some kind of pizza. And that's because of all of the Surfer Boy pizza in the most recent season of Stranger Things. But of course, at Surfer Boy Pizza, they're all about adding pineapple to the pizzas.
Surfer Boy Pizza, this is Argyle speaking. We make everything fresh here at Surfer Boy except for our pineapple, which comes from a can. Oh, fruit on your pizza's gnarly, you say? Well, I say try before you deny.
You guys, let me know what you think about pineapple pizza down below. Personally, I like it. So yes, I want to make pizza, but instead of making a regular shaped one, I'm gonna try to make this a Demogorgon shaped pizza. I recently saw a picture of one on Instagram, and I'm gonna try to see if I can make a lunchbox sized version. Now in that picture, the pizza was mostly red. It had a lot of sauce, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to add a pepperoni to the center with strips of mozzarella cheese on the side. And then the whole thing is also getting lots of grated Parmesan cheese on top. And then I'm going to stick this entire thing in the air fryer. I have to admit that this pizza didn't quite come out like I'd hoped. It's kind of small and dinky, but I'm sure it's still going to be tasty. And if I was to make this again, I would definitely make the bigger version of the pizza with fresh pizza dough. I think that would probably turn out better. Now, keeping with the Demogorgon theme, I'm also going to be adding lots of red foods. For the fruit, I decided to go with watermelon. I just scooped these into little balls. And then in the top section, I'm going to fill this with some cherry tomatoes. For a crunchy snack, I found these red lentil rings. These look really interesting. Hopefully they're tasty. And then for Jackson's sweet treat, I'm adding in sort of a retro classic. These are called Devil Dogs. And it's actually 2 pieces of devil's food cake with a creamy vanilla filling. And apparently these treats have been around on the East Coast for a long time. Okay guys, now that brings me to a lunch for Griffin, and just like his sister Lily, Griffin hasn't actually seen any episodes of Stranger Things yet. For this lunch, I'm bringing back the Eggos, but this time I'm going to use the mini Eggos, and that's because I want to make some chicken and waffle sliders. Now, I actually found these Stranger Things themed chicken nuggets at Walmart. They don't actually have any chicken in them at all, they are plant-based. So I'm going to stick a few of these nuggets in the air fryer, and I'm going to stick the waffles in the toaster. So I just found out that in my kitchen, if you use an air fryer and a toaster at the same time, you might blow a fuse. Okay guys, so now that I got the power back on, I was able to cook the chicken nuggets, or the chickenless chicken nuggets, and here's what they look like. They definitely smell really good. They smell like mini chicken fried steaks. Now I'm just gonna add these nuggets to my waffles, and to keep them together, I'm going to use some spider picks. Next, for Griffin's fruit, I'm going to cut up a kiwi. There aren't really kiwis in Stranger Things. I just think that it's kind of a strange looking fruit, so I'm including it. And then for his vegetable, I'm going to make up some celery, just like I made for his Thor-themed birthday lunch. So instead of peanut butter, I'm filling the celery with veggie cream cheese. And then I'm getting my letter cutters back out, and I'm going to cut up some carrots to place on top, and I'm going to spell out Vecna. Now you guys, if you have made it through the new season of Stranger Things, then you'll know all about Vecna and spiders. Now last but not least, I'm going to throw in some poppables. And then for a sweet treat, I was able to find these Stranger Things Sour Patch Kids at Walmart, but they're actually just regular Sour Patch Kids, just in a Stranger Things box. Now you guys, I had so much fun making these lunches, and I hope that they inspire you to make some fun lunches for yourself.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.